With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
Ooh, with a juke. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
13, Luke.
Another tote for Etienne.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's an exciting time here in Central Florida for sure. Orlando's such a growing city, and now it's got a relocated NFL franchise to call home. And I know one group of people who are thrilled. That's the Madden developers right down the street. They're pumped. But truthfully, everyone in this city seems ready to support this team to the fullest. And even the players, everybody on down the line, ready to enjoy this Orlando experience.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Etienne up the middle.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 6.
Open man right side is Ingram. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Go.
Now Lawrence.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield. Mission accomplished, points on the board.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down and 6 now.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to have a third down. Here's Jackson to throw.
Looking deep here for Flowers. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Ethan Evans on now to punt.
And some strong running. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. There he goes, left side.
Loose inside the 30, inside the 10.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
They begin this drive with Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side.
Nick Chubb.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Chubb, 75 yards.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, it's going to be pretty tough for them to match their efficiency, Charles, with that last possession, needing only the one play to find the end zone on the rushing touchdown.
Yeah, they got that together collectively, didn't they? Total group effort. Although the guy toting the rock, he gets all the credit. It was blocked up so well. The only thing stopping him was running into the goalpost in the back of the end zone.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Now Lawrence. This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 27 yards there, a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. From the 35, here's a 2nd down and 9.
30 left.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talk about that's exactly how they drew it up, because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellas up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 9.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
That was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Here's Watson.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
They go play action with Lawrence. And complete once again to Watson.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And Lawrence now, he has this complete to Strange, the tight end.
Touchdown, Jaguars!
Brenton Strange,
38 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Yeah. Hey, middle.
Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Yeah. Middle.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
Here's 3rd and 7.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Ravens are back within a score.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
From back at their own 10-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Big 13 heavy.
A give to ETN running right.
A nice little. There he goes, right side. And they finally get him down at the other 46.
136 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
He finds Watson. It's caught.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10. It's ETN.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. From 10 yards out.
And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on. Both sides moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room. It translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
An opening for Chubb on first down as he dashes forward for about 7. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Now Jackson looking to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Jackson now.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now Jackson on first down. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. Jackson will throw again.
Open man is Duvernay.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will cut the lead down to 13. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson on the move to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Lamar changing the play. Now Jackson. He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Jackson drops it off for Chubb. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have cut it back within a score. Now this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Booker. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Take right, open.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That's good for a Jaguars. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Jaguars are able to widen their advantage. Lawrence and the Jags offense staying out there. They'll go for 2 here.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then they don't come down with the football.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
They go play action with Lawrence.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener. And it's a first down. Here's Lawrence. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point up and through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And that is every quarterback's worst nightmare. You had the perfect play call. The C's parted perfectly. You had your guy wide open. He could have run for days, but he overshoots him. And that's one he'll think about for the next month.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They go play action with Jackson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Devin Lloyd, the one to get home and earn that sack.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 41.
That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Lawrence running right on the option. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
198 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Etienne once more.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A handoff for Etienne.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
This is 2nd and 8.
Think right.
Etienne on the toss right.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw is Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's hit. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Jackson now. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go, let's go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone. But they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Report.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
He's got his target. That's complete.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
One last shot for Jackson. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way.